Meanwhile, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has postponed his inauguration on the request of the United States. Now, this after Washington raised concerns that the controversy over his re-election might hamper the signing of a peace deal with the Taliban later this week. Now, in a statement, the U.S. State Department asked Afghan authorities to address concerns over rigging. Now, this after Ghani's rival Abdullah contested the poll results and declared himself the winner. According to some reports in the Afghan media, Abdullah is even planning a rival inauguration. The confusion over the September 2019 election result has further weakened the position of the Afghan government, which is officially not part of the US Taliban talks. This as Taliban rejected Kabul-based government as a puppet regime. However, both Washington and Taliban have said that they will hold separate talks with the Afghan government.
We're currently in a 7-day reduction in violence period that started on February 22nd. In 19 years of war, this is the first week-long break in violence by all sides if we're successful in achieving it. If, and only if, it's successful, we will sign the U.S.-Taliban agreement coordinated with the Government of National Unity on or about February 29th that includes a timeline for both a conditions-based and phased troop withdrawal and for the commencement of intra-Afghan negotiations.
Meanwhile, the week-long observance of reduction in violence is underway in Afghanistan. Remember, the negotiations resumed after Taliban agreed to reduce violence, while the United States said that it will not carry out operations against the terror group. As per the peace deal, which will be signed in the Qatari capital of Doha on the 29th of February, Taliban will give up arms in exchange of US troop withdrawal from Afghanistan. Taliban will also help Washington in the fight against Al-Qaeda and ISIS in the conflict-hit country. The United States has also agreed to certain security arrangements proposed by Taliban as it seeks to end its longest ever war. Meanwhile, Qatar has invited Pakistan to the US-Taliban deal signing in Doha. The country's foreign minister, Shah Mahmood Qureshi, expected to attend the final talks as well. Now, we are joined by our Pakistan Bureau Chief, Anas Malik from Islamabad, for more on this. Anas, United States obviously keeping a very close eye on all the developments in Afghanistan, not wanting to provoke Taliban, is it, by asking the President of Afghanistan to delay his inauguration?
Absolutely, Shobit. The United States government is taking no chances to derail the process or taking no chances to any of the move that can potentially derail the ongoing Afghan peace process, and the fact that the deal is going to be signed on the 29th of this month in Doha. Now, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani had announced that he would be holding the inauguration of his second term, this inauguration ceremony, tomorrow on the 27th of February. We understand that the U.S. Chargé Affairs in Kabul and separately U.S. Ambassador, Special Rep for Afghan Peace, Ambassador Zalmay Khalilzad, he had requested Ghani government, President Ashraf Ghani, that he should postpone that, because if at all any such move happens, then it would hamper and derail the Afghan peace process. All the efforts, it would be derailed. Besides, it would also hamper the fact that when the Afghan government would sit across in the intra-Afghan dialogue after 10 to 12 days of signing off the agreement, then who would this be sitting across? Would it be Abdullah, or would it be Ashraf Ghani, or would it be the National Unity government? With this postponement, the announcement of the postponement of the inauguration ceremony, now it is clear that that they will be sitting, whenever the intra-Afghan dialogue takes place, that will be at a European country. The Taliban will be sitting across the National Unity government. That means they will be sitting across representatives from both the camps, that of Abdullah and his arch rival, President Ashraf Ghani, who is currently the president of Afghanistan as well. Now, if we talk about why US is doing so, US is being very, very cautious. They want to end this 19-year-old long war in Afghanistan, and they don't want to take any risks that can potentially hamper or endanger this peace process, or the fact it's the signing of the agreement. In fact, today as well, we saw a blast taking place in Kabul's PD6 district, where about 6 to 9 people are said to be injured, and the Taliban have put out a clarification saying that they were not behind it. So both the parties are very, very keen on this, and no sides are taking any chances to see that to have any loose end that could potentially hamper the signing of the agreement that is to take place on the 29th of this month. Yeshobit.
Anas Malik, thank you so much for joining us live from Islamabad on all the latest developments as far as the Afghan peace deal is concerned.